following program contains the opinions of its host and guests, not those of this network. The opinions expressed are for non-commercial informational purposes only. Listeners are cautioned not to rely on program content to treat or prevent disease, but are advised to consult with a licensed healthcare professional where they live for diagnosis and treatment of disease.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Good afternoon and welcome. This is Melissa Golloday. I am a nutritional pharmacist. And what that means is I am a pharmacist, a registered pharmacist with a passion for nutrition. I am really happy to be here with you this afternoon. And if you have any questions about your body, please give us a call. I would love to assist you learning more about your body. There are simple strategies that you can take every day to live a vibrant life. And a lot of us out there live in pain, and this does not need to be the case. There's a lot of us out there in physical pain, and we suffer daily. And I want you to know that there are simple things you can do on a day-by-day basis to change that. You can live a vibrant life if you take particular steps, learn new strategies about your body, about your health, about what you're eating, and all of that can be reversed. So please give us a call. I'd love to hear from you today. And I just want to give you a little bit of background about myself. I've been practicing pharmacy for over 15 years. And one of the things I noticed early on in my career is I would see a patient come in and start on one medication. And then over time, within a couple of months, they would be starting another medication. And I would watch these people get sicker and sicker, and it was a real heartbreak because most of these people were seeking out the modern medical model to improve their health. And what I saw happening over time is, like I said, they were getting sicker. And that does not need to be the case. Because of my background in biochemistry and physiology, I know that a huge part of what our bodies are made of are nutrients. And if we get the 90 essential nutrients that we need, we will be able to repair and regenerate our bodies. So keep that in mind as you're listening today, that nutrients are what actually you're comprised of. Nutrients allow your body to do all the basic biochemical reactions it has to do. And if your body doesn't have the nutrients it needs to do the chemistry, to do the actual biochemistry, the reactions, it will not be able to repair and regenerate. And what happens in today's age, a lot of us are eating highly processed foods. We're not getting the nutrients we need. Our foods are nutrient deficient. And because of that, our bodies start breaking down. And when our bodies break down, they start to actually be unable to do what they need to do. And we start getting conditions such as major inflammation, such as arthritis, diabetes. We might see conditions like psoriasis, eczema, fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia is one of my personal favorites. And if you're listening up to the show right now, I want you to know that there's definitely a way that you can turn your fibromyalgia around on a dime. If you are out there listening, you can give us a call at 831-685-1080. I'd love to work with you in that regard. So, we talked a lot about a lot of disease states just there. And for those of you listening, you can reverse these things with the 90 essential nutrients and what you're eating. So when we look back over history, a lot of us have learned, I remember growing up with, you are what you eat. I actually grew up with that. And also an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And those are actually very true. We are what we eat. If we eat junk food, our bodies are going to churn into junk. So I encourage you, all of you out there, with just simple modifications. What are you eating today? And are you nutriating? So what we want to look at is making wise food choices when we're deciding what we're going to eat. We do not want to go to eat fast food because that food is actually very processed. So if you're out there, traveling, doing a lot of work, and you're really busy, fast food, of course, it's convenient, but you need to plan ahead and think about what you're going to need for your day. So those, again, are simple strategies. So plan ahead, travel with apples. I like to personally travel with some walnuts, almonds, things like that. So as you're going through your day, if you do get a hunger, you can actually satisfy it immediately with proper nutrition. And, Dr. Joel Wallach is the host of this show traditionally, and he's an amazing man. He's done a lot of work on nutrition. He knows a lot about it. And what he has taught me and a lot of you out there is that if we supplement with the 90 essential nutrients, we can actually reverse, regenerate, and repair our bodies. And the 90 essential nutrients comprise of the 60 essential minerals, 16 essential vitamins, and the 12 essential amino acids, and the 2 to 3 essential fatty acids. If we're getting those in our diet, that's great. Regrettably, we're not getting those in our diet these days. Our foods, our soils are deficient, our foods are deficient. So not supplementing isn't going to work. Supplementing with longevity products, getting the 90 essential nutrients, is pretty much the basic line to help you stay where you are. If you're doing a lot of repair and regeneration, you're going to need assistance, you're going to need extra help. But one of the first things you can do is start paying attention to what you're eating. And most of us, if we just stop eating, the harmful foods, particularly gluten, we're going to find that our bodies are going to be able to repair and regenerate. So, again, just really excited to take your calls. And, that's what I got today, Doug.
Yeah, we might want to give out the phone number here while we're asking for calls. And if you want to call us toll-free, the number today is 888-379-2552. That's 888-379-2552. And on the priority line, 831-685-1080. That's 831-685-1080. You were mentioning about, going gluten-free. I think that's the kindest thing that I ever did to myself was when I went gluten-free, going on like 8 years now. And the crazy thing is that even as conscious as I am about it, I know that I still get some gluten every once in a while. Especially if you go out to a restaurant, you don't know if you have a gravy, if it was made with a flour roux, or, you can make gravy with cornstarch, but most places make it with flour. And even when you ask, you never know if the server actually went back and asked the chef, or if the chef gave a truthful response. In the community that I live in, it is really, pretty big on alternative health. So it's a lot better here than certainly other areas of the country. And you're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with our host today, nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golloday, filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Melissa today, give us a call on the priority line, 831-685-1080, toll-free, 888-379-2552. We'll be right back. When those aches and pains in your knees, elbows, hands, shoulders, and back crop up, reach for Youngevity's CM Cream. Put CM Cream on a Q-tip and put it in your ear canal for relief from headaches and sinus pressure. A topical temporary relief from minor aches and pains of muscles and joints associated with strains, sprains, and simple backaches. Why take aspirin or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs that can cause stomach bleeding and liver damage? Just apply CM Cream liberally to the affected areas, and within 20 minutes or so, you'll have relief from those nagging minor aches and pains. You'll feel better for up to 4 to 5 hours. So the next time you have achy joints or muscles, do what I do. Reach for CM Cream for relief. And for systemic relief, reach for CM Plus capsules. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hey, if you're like me, your life is hectic. You don't know where you're going to be next. Between kids and family and in-laws and work and traffic and everything else that's driving me crazy right now, my life is insane. I bet your life's insane as well. When do we have time to get every single nutrient we need to be healthy? When? Well, I've got a tip for you. Take a product called Pollen Burst. It's so simple, even I can do it. All you have to do is open the package, pour it in water, mix it up, and bam, you're ready to go. It tastes great. It's not one of those medicine-tasting things. It tastes great, low in calories, helps curb your appetite, gives you natural energy that doesn't let you crash, gives you your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything from the plant world. And I got to tell you, for a busy person like me or a busy person like you, we need simple, we need good. Pollen Burst is your answer. Tastes great. Try it, and you'll feel better.
Call your local Youngevity distributor to find out how Pollen Burst can make you feel better. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. And we are back on Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. And filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today, we do have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golloday. Welcome back to the show, Melissa.
Thank you, Doug.
And I thought today we'd maybe talk a little bit about foods, as I found an interesting article from CBS News that's headlined, How What You Ate May Affect Mental Health. They say more than 16 million adults in the U.S. reported having a major episode of depression within the last year. This all comes from the National Institute of Health. And they say while the numbers of factors are all in play when considering who's at risk, there's a new field of study called nutritional psychiatry that looks at how diet can impact mental health, which I thought was a really interesting concept. And according to a CBS News medical contributor, Dr. Tara Narula, she says it's the idea that maybe a psychiatrist should be asking you what was on your plate last night or what did you eat for lunch. The idea that food plays an essential role in your mental health in the same way that we think about it playing a role in cardiovascular disease, blood sugar management, or even our gastrointestinal health. So they go on to say, it notes that while the connection may not seem intuitive to many, the research in the past few years has shown that a healthy diet is linked to a reduced risk of mental health conditions such as depression and anxiety. And they say the brain is a highly metabolic organ, uses a lot of energy and lots of nutrients. They say you have to give it an expensive, high-quality fuel. That means foods that might have the right nutrients, the right vitamins. They missed the minerals there, but they got most of it right, and the right sources of protein, because these form the building blocks for neurotransmitters in the brain, for the cellular structures, and for the enzymes in the brain. They say certain dietary patterns, including things like the Mediterranean diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, which we would probably disagree with that because of the whole gluten issue, but along with nuts and seeds and healthy fats have been shown to reduce the risk of depression. Specific nutrients and vitamins may help boost mood as well, like vitamins like B and D, omega-3s, iron, zinc, and magnesium. Essentially, many of these can become the basis for the brain chemicals, the neurotransmitters. They go on to say that gut bacteria also plays a role in health, including mental health. Probiotics found in yogurt and other fermented foods, and prebiotics like leeks, asparagus, onions, and garlic can all help boost your body's natural bacteria. And they say the gut bacteria work as a defense layer, but preventing bad toxins across that layer and potentially getting it from getting into the blood, and which could be pro-inflammatory, and also work to help the communication in the neurons between the gut and the bacteria. I thought that was interesting. It's the first time I've really seen anything on this, that how your diet can certainly affect your mood and your whole brain thought process, because we do know that the deleterious effects that things like high sugar diets could have on you.
For sure, Doug. And high sugar does a lot to the body. It wrecks a lot of the systems and causes havoc. It's one of the most dangerous things we can eat, and of course we eat a lot of it. So limiting your sugar intake will definitely increase your mood. There's a thing called the sugar crash, which most of us are familiar with. So if you stay away from sugar, you won't be having that crash. Also, probiotics and the pro-gut bacteria that lives in your entire gastrointestinal tract, they do a lot of work for us. They do a lot of micro-digestion, and a lot of that micro-digestion produces very helpful chemicals such as short-chain fatty acids. And these short-chain fatty acids, when we have good digestion and a good digestive tract, healthy digestive tract, the short-chain fatty acids get absorbed and go into the body, and they're a huge fuel source for the brain and really help the brain produce the proper neurochemicals that it needs. And I know most of us that do have experimented with eating junk food, we know we get a little high from it, and then there's a major crash. So a lot of that food is actually designed to be addictive, and it does cause you to crash and feel depleted because there's no nutrients in it. It's really sad.
Yeah, when I first started working with Dr. Wallach a number of years ago, he used to cite a statistic, and that is that, and this is based off, from the GDP and sales, that the average American consumes 150 pounds of sugar every year, and I would suspect that with all of these sugar-added foods that they're, where they add extra sugar that we're eating these days, I imagine that number may be closer to 200 by now.
Wow.
And you're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host today, nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golloday, filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Melissa today, call us between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. Many believe that all life began in the Earth's oceans. We do know that the oceans and seas are still abundant with life and life-sustaining nutrients. Many cultures have long believed in the life-giving properties of plants and sea life harvested from the oceans. Youngevity's Ocean's Gold is a proprietary blend of seaweeds, algae, mosses, kelp, sea cucumbers, and sea minerals, as well as coenzyme Q10, calcium, and iron, all designed to help support healthy thyroid function, regular heartbeat, normal weight, mood stabilization, and hormone levels. Take advantage of life-sustaining nutrients from the Earth's oceans with Youngevity's Ocean's Gold. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hello, Judy DeVilbus here. If I could only afford to get one product out of everything, that product would be the Ultimate Classic. It has the vitamins, the minerals, the bioflavonoids. It even has grapeseed extract. The one product that would give you just about everything under the sun you would need for a perfect nutritional program would be the Ultimate Classic. By the way, people that are on the go, it's very, very hard to take the liquids with them when they go on their trip to get their supplements in every day. Well, you know something? You can use the Ultimate Daily tablets and the mineral capsules. When I'm going on a trip, if I have enough room, I just take the 2 bottles with me. If not, just use a little baggie and take a couple of daily doses with you. It's very simple. It's very easy. There's no mess, no fuss, no refrigeration. Just take your capsules, take your tablets, and you're finished for the day.
To order these products, call your local Youngevity distributor today. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. We are back on Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network, and filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today, we do have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golloday. Welcome back to the show, Melissa.
Thank you so much, Doug.
So you ready to take a few phone calls?
I sure am.
All right, let's head out to Nevada, and Bob, you're on with Melissa Golloday.
Hi, Bob. Welcome.
Thank you. How are you folks today?
We're doing great. How about yourself?
Well, I'm okay. I'm suffering from some maladies that I'll share with you, and perhaps you can help me.
Excellent. All right, Bob, I'm ready. What's going on for you?
Well, I had prostate cancer. I was diagnosed about 8 years ago. The oncologist that saw me at that time gave me a year, and I was not up to the protocol that they were asking for. And so I've worked very hard to try to clean my diet and use a lot of various supplements trying to alkalinize, and taking in lemons, and this all. I've done all kinds of therapies. One is a soda therapy to try to help alkalinize me.
Okay.
I think I about killed myself as far as my kidneys doing that. But anyway, I'm failing is the long and short of it. I'm not having success.
What's going on, Bob? What are your symptoms, actually? Are they just measuring it by the PSA, or are you actually having symptoms?
The PSA is going up about a point a year, so I'm up above 10. It's not astronomical, but it's around 11. So that's very disappointing to me. You know, I've tried to alkalinize. And,
yeah, Bob, that's okay. Bob, we get really hung up on the diagnostics, and I really encourage you not to get hung up on the diagnostics. Are you having any symptoms that you want to share? Are you having trouble urinating or anything like that?
I'm terrible difficulty urinating, and then when I have to urinate, I'm going to urinate on myself if I don't find a place very quickly. So that's demoralizing and humiliating. I'll share one more thing with you. I know we're live, but I pushed a hernia in my abdomen, I guess 4 months ago, because it had gotten so bad. It's maybe 6 months ago, so bad, the difficulty urinating. And then I got some prostate products, some natural products to try to help me, and it did help me to be able to urinate more effectively where I'm not pushing so hard. But I can't, and my kidneys hurt me, because I am pushing hard. So I have pain in my back, my lower back. So, the hernia is just, it's humiliating and demoralizing, and I hate it. And I can't get it repaired because you can't repair it while you have the problem behind it.
Right. Well, listen, Bob, I definitely have some ideas for you. And so I want you to know that if what you were taking was helping, definitely continue to take that, because it's probably dealing with the vasculature and helping open up some flow, But we also, longevity, we have a product called Ultimate Prostate, and that's probably going to take the place of the prostate herb that you were taking. But you know what? Hold through the break, and we'll continue this conversation. Thank you.
And you're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host today, nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golloday, filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach. We'll be right back. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your longevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Longevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Longevity home-based business opportunities.
This is the ZBS Radio Network.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with our guest host today, nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golloday, filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach. Welcome back, Melissa, you and Bob.
Thank you. Hi, Bob. Welcome back.
Hi.
So, Bob, it's really important when we're dealing with these major disease states that the medical model makes a very big deal about. They like to scare us. And one of the things they do that by laboratory results. And I really want you to focus on how you're feeling and how your body's functioning. And if your PSA continues to go up, I don't want you to worry about that, because the stress and the worry is unnecessary, and is only going to cause additional, challenges for you. So what we want to focus on today.
It acidifies me.
Yes, sir. It sure does. Our thoughts have a huge impact on our biochemistry. And what I want you to focus on is feeling good. That is your number one project, is what can I do to feel better? And I have a couple of recommendations for the hernia. One of the great things to do is to elevate the foot of our bed. We can take a 2x4 and stick it between the mattress and the lower part, and raise up the foot of the bed. And what that does physically, which is really amazing, is it raises the feet a little bit, and it takes the pressure off of that whole diaphragm area where we have all this interconnective tissue. And that's going to allow the pressure to ease, and it's going to allow healing to take place. And we also need to get you started on, the 90 essential nutrients. So are you currently taking longevity products?
No. And when I lie down, when I'm horizontal, then the hernia goes away. It disappears after about 5 minutes. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense, because when you're standing up, gravity's pulling everything down, and the hernia is, that makes sense. So the gravity's pulling it, and that's where the pressure comes, and then the hernia forms. When you're laying down, the body's actually, the gravity's being taken off the body in that angle, and the hernia has receded. And so what I would recommend for you is getting on the Healthy Body Bone and Joint Patch, because creating a hernia is a sign that your connective tissue has gotten very worn down. And our goal is to rebuild your connective tissue, which we're going to be able to do. And then we're also going to be able to get you on the Ultimate Frost FX. And that is going to give you a great spectrum of herbs that are going to help the flow and the urination challenges you're having. A third thing you need to do is pay very close attention to your diet. And the number one thing I would ask of you is to go gluten-free, I find that that's very helpful. And so are you still eating gluten, Bob?
I'm sure I am. I'm not gluten-free.
Okay. Is that something you think you're up to take on?
Well, I have to do something. The hernia doesn't hurt me terribly, but it's just uncomfortable. I mean, sometimes during my day, I'm out and, people look over and I'm laying down prone in the parking lot because I've just got to get rid of it, for a minute. So
yeah, that's really hard. I know that, and so, but that's okay. Isn't it great that you know something to do that helps you? And what it's doing is it's causing the organs and the tissues that's sticking out in the wrong place. It's causing them to go back where they belong. So honestly, Bob, the more positions you learn about that alleviate that pain, you need to be in them right now because you need to reknit that connective tissue. So if you start Healthy Body Bone and Joint Pack, and that's going to give you glucosamine plus the 90 essential nutrients, which are going to be, giving you all of the fuel you need to do the repair and regeneration. The glucosamine is specifically targeted to rebuild your connective tissue. And please start there, Bob, and give us some feedback, and good luck.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with our guest host today, Melissa Golloday. And that does open a line. If you'd like to talk to Melissa today, call us toll-free, 888-379-2552. Lines open. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. I
am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it, too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. We are back on Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. If you'd like to talk to our host today, give us a call on the priority line, 831-685-1080, toll free, 888-379-2552. And filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today, we do have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golloday. Welcome back to the show, Melissa.
Thank you, Doug.
And ready to move on?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's head on to Ohio. And Catherine, you're on with Melissa Golloday.
Welcome, Catherine. What can I do for you today?
Yes, I am calling for my daughter. She's 2.5, and
right.
I got the products like the Healthy Starter Pack for her. She started it this week. But when her doctor, she had done a previous lab test for a Nutri-Eval to see if she was nutrient deficient in any stuff, because she was showing some developmental problems. And we got the results back in, and it shows that she's severely deficient in everything pretty much. Of course, she was not on the vitamins when she was taking that and when she took the test. But I know that she is going to need, one of the things it said on the lab is her body is not absorbing nutrients. And so we could give her those vitamins, but it's not really going to absorb it. So I think they're probably, one of the suggestions on there was like an enzyme. And the other thing was that she has some bacteria stuff going on in her gut. And
Catherine, a lot of that's gonna be remedied when she starts getting the nutrients. So once she gets the nutrients, so even though they're saying that she can't absorb them, that I'm sure to some degree that's accurate, but she's definitely going to be absorbing some of them. So just know that. And as soon as those start getting in her bloodstream, they're going to start doing amazing things for her. So hang steady with that. Her gut flora is going to change, etc. And
would it also help kill some of the bacteria that she has, or the candida, some of those things?
Once her chemistry starts getting right and corrected, some of those things are naturally going to fall into place. So just kind of table those issues right now. I would add 2 things to her regimen, though. I would add the digestive enzymes, and we also have a product called Nightly Essence. The digestive enzymes.
Nightly Essence, okay.
Yes, ma'am, the Nightly Essence. And if you have any questions, you definitely can give me a email to melissa@nutritionalpharmacist.com. I'd be happy to help coach you through this. So the digestive enzymes you're going to be taking on with every meal. With her, you might even just break them up with open the caps and pour the powder into anything you might be making for her, food-wise. And also, if you want to add them to the nutrients, that's fine. And so, again, she'd be taking digestive enzymes with meals. And even I would actually add some digestive enzymes in the morning when she first takes her BTT. So how are you dosing the BTT for her?
You mean like the 90-day essentials?
Mm-hmm.
I do like a quarter of a spoon, like 1/4 of the spoon, because she only weighs like 25 pounds.
So are you mixing it with water?
I'm mixing it with water because it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And she would drink it that way.
Excellent. So is she drinking all of it in one sitting, or is it kind of throughout the day? Or
in one sitting.
Okay,
so
perfect.
I do
That's great.
A quarter of a spoon, and then in the morning, and then in the evening.
And then is that the first thing she's drinking in the morning? Is the Beyond Tangy Tangerine?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. That's the perfect regimen. A lot of great results from that. I would add, and then what does she eat after that? What are you giving her for food after?
She eats, and that was my other second question, because I know that Dr. Wallach always suggests eggs, but she's allergic to eggs. And I have tried, and I kind of get frustrated because I'm like, you need this. But she can't keep it down. She would just throw it up. So we give her avocado. She eats eggs. And she eats avocados. For breakfast, avocados and apples most of the time for breakfast.
That's great. That's a great regimen.
Whole eggs, so I don't know if there's another alternative to that.
Yeah, this might change as she gets healthier. So, you're going to have to experiment with that. But when you're doing the avocados and the apples after she takes her Beyond Tangy Tangerine, I would either sprinkle some digestive enzyme on top. You can open the capsule, or if you can, have her swallow a capsule. And what that's going to do is it's going to help her digest her food. Right now, her system is very worn down. And not only that, she wasn't even born with a full system, as healthy as most of us get. So she was born with a system that was worn down. And what you're doing is you're in the process of rebuilding. So the digestive enzymes are going to help her assist her break down her food easier. So she's going to be able to absorb the available nutrients. And then the second product I also recommended, which is the Nightly Essence, that's going to be something you're going to give to her at night. And again, hopefully, can she swallow the capsules?
No, I usually have to crush stuff for her and mix it.
Okay, great. So you'll open the capsule, mix it however you want at night for whatever you're giving her at night for a snack. And that has probiotics, an amazing, powerful blend of the biotics that live in our gut, the bacteria, and, if you will, assistive fuel for the bacteria that naturally live in our gut. So we're going to be doing two things, rebuilding her flora. And with the digestive enzymes, we're going to be assisting her in breaking down the food that she will be eating. And do you have any questions about that?
No, I will definitely get those two things. We have a lab review on Wednesday, but when I saw the gut bacteria and fungi, I just got really stressed out about it.
I understand. And, this needs time. So at least 90 days, and maybe not getting a lot of tests right now would be a good idea, because when we get a lot of diagnostics, the previous caller too, it scares us, right? They say, oh, you're down, you're up here, you're over there. It gets a little confusing. So maybe do this Wednesday and then maybe just take a break. Give it a break if you can, and just keep nutriating her as you're doing. And I guarantee in 2 to 3 months, you're going to see a huge change in those lab values, number one. And you're also going to see improved condition for her, too.
Melissa, also, she might consider going on a gluten-free diet, because often malabsorption is a sign of a gluten intolerance. So that might be another dietary way to go about this as well.
Right. Catherine, have you investigated or looked into the
Yes,
gluten-free?
she's actually been gluten-free for the past 8 months now, but her dad and I just started the gluten-free process 2 weeks ago as well. So, so now the whole family is gluten-free, but we just started in less than a month.
Okay, great. And again, both you and your husband are going to see great results from that. Inflammation, headaches, mysterious rashes, knee pain, so many things get alleviated. I've seen so many things get reversed with that. And as for her, you're definitely on the right track. So, Catherine, please feel free to email me with any questions, Melissa at Nutritional Pharmacist. And I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for calling in today.
And we've got time to get one started before the break here. Let's head to Compton, California. And Eddie, you're on with Melissa Golloday.
Hi, Eddie.
Hi, Melissa. How are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
Well, I'm blessed. I'm calling about our granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
She's 15 months old, but she only weighs 9 pounds. The doctor says that she has what they call 4P minus, also known as Wolff-Hirschhorn syndrome. She has a feeding tube because she has a cleft palate, and this thing really stunts her growth, so she's not growing like regular baby.
Okay. All right. And are you guys taking care of her at home, or is she being taken care of by a nurse, or is she?
Well, her mom and dad, they take care of her at home, so she's growing a little bit, but not much. But she has to have this little feeding tube in order to get.
Okay, got it, Eddie. Eddie, hold through the break, and we'll talk more about that. Thank you.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host today, nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golloday, filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach. We'll be right back. Imagine a rich, decadent chocolate that's actually good for you. Youngevity's Triple Treat chocolate is just that, an antioxidant-rich dark chocolate complete with probiotics to aid in proper digestion. This all-natural product contains no preservatives, and for those with dietary restrictions, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, glycemic-friendly, and kosher certified. Not only does Triple Treat dark chocolate taste fantastic, it contains super antioxidant blueberries to absorb free radicals with an ORAC value of 16,936 per piece. Triple Treat chocolate also contains a proprietary blend of probiotics with over 500 million live healthy bacteria per 8 grams at the time of manufacture. With 80% reaching the intestines, which is much more, than most live culture yogurts. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. We are back on Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network, and filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today, we do have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golloday. Welcome back, Melissa.
Thanks so much. Hi, Eddie. And I was definitely want you to know that getting her on the 90 essential nutrients would help a lot. Is that something you think you guys could weave into her feeding too?
We lost Eddie, so just go ahead and wrap up with him.
Okay.
So let's just move on. Let's head to Oklahoma. And Jenny, you are on with Melissa Golloday.
Hi, Jenny. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Melissa. Thank you so much for taking my call, and good day to you.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. I have 2 questions. My daughter is going to be induced tomorrow to have her baby.
Okay.
And she's very concerned about taking the vitamin K shot because she read about some kind of bad side effects. And the other question I wanted to know, after you give me an answer for the vitamin K, should she not give her any of the other shots as well?
You mean the vaccines after?
Right, exactly. And what could she do in place of getting the vitamin K shot?
Yeah, well, first off, what's your daughter's name?
Her name is Joy.
Yeah, just let Joy know that, this process is stressful enough. So try to, get her to calm down. And, the people at the hospital definitely have done this a lot. And I would if they're advising the vitamin K shot, I would have her follow through with that. Vitamin K is a vitamin and it's not going to hurt her. So please tell her to follow through on that. Most likely.
It's not for her. It's for the baby. When the baby's born. Yes, that's what she's concerned about.
Yes, and that's fine. That's actually what vitamin K does. It's already in us, which is great. And what it's going to do is assist the baby because of the trauma. If something happens, the baby's going to be able to stabilize quicker any blood flow that the baby might have. So it's just assisting the transition. So if there was a nick or something got cut wrong, it's just going to help the baby be able to coagulate the baby's blood. So it's not a bad thing. This is completely fine. In regards to the second question, there's a lot of different opinions out there. And I actually think that the vaccines that are administered right at birth, personally, I would recommend those. So a lot of those prevent things such as measles and, diseases that, rubella. I mean, these were diseases that took a lot of us out back before these vaccines were invented. And believe it or not, those viruses are still available. Those viruses and bacteria are still around. And so I would encourage you to go ahead and just tell her to do the first round. And then after that, as the baby starts maturing, and then, she can investigate more on what she wants to do. But some of those organisms that we can get exposed to right at birth are exceptionally dangerous, and they could kill the baby right away. So I personally, this is my personal opinion, but I would recommend getting whatever vaccines are going to happen right away as soon as the baby's born. Did that answer your question, Joy?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to pass on the information to my daughter, and she's going to do whatever she feels comfortable with, because she's heard of people getting different shots where they're babies, and then there was deformities forming prior or after the shot was administered, and they were okay prior to getting the shots. So that's why she's very scared, because this has happened to a few different people that she actually knows.
Understood, but those are going to be shots that are going to be administered after, later down the road. So she can definitely, she's going to have to take her time. But one of the great things for all of us to know is if we're supplementing and getting the 90 essential nutrients, ideally from our diet, but if we're not, we're supplementing and getting them a solid bioavailable nutrient supply, our system runs way more efficient. So for Joy, definitely, she needs to be on the 90 essential nutrients. That's going to help her deal with the stress of this baby. And the baby's going to be demanding a lot of nutrition from its mother. Giving the baby, if the mom's on the 90 essential, the baby's going to be getting that through the breast milk. So, definitely recommend that too, Jeannie. And really happy you called in, and congratulations. I hope everything goes great for you and Joy. Thanks for calling.
Well, that wraps up another Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program. And filling in for Dr. Wallach today, we did have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golloday, and thanks to her. And as we close out, God bless our troops, God bless our Navy SEALs, and God bless America.